I suppose we are going to start our studying of Egypt destination. I would like to represent myself from the beginning. My name is Katya. I'm the head of product marketing team in Join UP tour operator. And we are glad to announce that soon, after less than 1 month, we are going to fly to well-known Egyptian destinations such as Sharm El Sheikh, such as Hurghada, and such as Marsa Alam. The first flight will be on the 4th of September. As I told before, it's less than 1 month. We can see already results of your work because the seats inside the flights are fulfilling step by step, and I believe that after our studying, we are going to produce more and more day by day. Thanks to my colleague Anastasia, part of the agencies in Baltic countries already had education of Egypt previous week in Russian language, and this time we are going to talk about Egyptian destinations in English. I wish for us good luck. I suppose that with some of them we already seen each other during our first event J Forum in May. So nice to see you guys again. And here is my introduction of Egypt destination with Join UP. Join UP itself as tour operator is already more than 12 years old, and we are happy and every time we are talking about Egypt with full of love heart, because this is our number one destination inside our portfolio. We are very happy to talk about it each time because the numbers, especially about the numbers, because they are talking about themselves without me even pronouncing. You see them on the slide. Egypt, we started in 2013, so it's mostly 9 years old, and every year we were increasing our volume to this beautiful destination. In pre-COVID year, 2019, we did more than 500,000 of guests traveling to Egypt. It was exactly 665,000 guests from Ukraine and Moldova to Sharm El Sheikh, Hurghada, and Marsa Alam. Just for your understanding, in this year, Join UP generally, not only Egypt, but including all the other destinations, it was a little bit more than 1 million guests. So you need to understand that Egypt, inside this number, it was, we can say, mostly 66, even 67, something like that, %. That's why we know this destination very good. We know what to recommend you, what to recommend your guests, your clients, and what product exactly you need to advise to them. In 2021, it was post-COVID year. We as all the universe, we can say, still didn't come back to normal life after COVID stories. So the numbers were a little bit less, but still very great and very big. It was 480,000 guests being sent to Egypt. And what I would like to talk as well, this is our flight program. As you know, we opened our story, we can say, in Baltic countries from Turkey, from Antalya. But this season, I mean winter season, we are going to increase our destinations. All of them you know very good because I'm more than sure that you are in direct contact with our offices in Tallinn, Vilnius and Riga. But if it comes to Egypt, we are going to fly to all 3 destinations from all 3 countries, from all 3 cities. And all of these flights are going to be started, as I told before, on the 4th of September. What as well I would like to add is that we are flying on the planes of SkyUp. I suppose you also know, but I will repeat one more time that SkyUp, this is a family, a part of the very big UP family. This is the sister company of Join UP with the same owners. In Ukraine, before, like in the beginning of the year, of the current year, it was number second air company, if I'm talking about the number of planes. Currently, SkyUp is working in Europe, sending guests from Baltic countries to Antalya, and started from September, it will be used for the flights to Egyptian destinations as well. Also, I would like to add that I see the chat, so if you are going to have any questions during my speech, I will be happy to answer you and give you full information. Okay, let's go on. As you all know, 2020 changed our lives 180 degrees. COVID came to our lives, and a lot of countries, they started to have rules for entering the countries. But this year, already step by step, countries are canceling all the rules. Egypt is not an exclusion. From 17th of June, all COVID restrictions they have been cancelled. So the guests from Baltic countries can travel without any difficulties. They no more need COVID certificates or PCR tests or any questionnaires to be filled. So just having their passport, coming to check in and having the best flight of their life. And before we are going to talk about the hotels where clients are going to have the best vacation of their life, I would like to discuss with you one more time the reasons why you are selling Egypt, the reasons why from time to time you are choosing Egypt vacation with your family, why your guests are choosing Egypt, and if they have never been there, why they need to make it for the first time. I would like to repeat once again that today the topic of our webinar is Sharm El-Sheikh. Tomorrow it will be Hurghada, and on Wednesday we are going to talk about Marsa Alam. So why do I love Egypt? I will talk about myself, all the reasons in the slides which we are going to have further. This is my personal beliefs, my personal story, we can say, because I'm deeply in love with this country, and I can talk about this even more than 2 hours. We can say from the morning till night, and send the benefits of having a vacation in Egypt. So the first one is Arabic flavor. What's that? You know, when like a lot of countries, they have Arabic flavor. You could say, why, Katya, you are talking right now about this? But Egypt is one of several countries where we are flying as a massive destination and where we can see, touch, and feel this Arabic flavor. A lot of coffee shops are placed. This unique, you know, atmosphere around the streets and so on. And this is a nice reason, a nice reason to have a time in this country. And for example, in this picture, you see very nice coffee shop in Sharm El Sheikh, which is called Farsha, one of my best beloved places, and I also will talk about it a little bit later. The second reason why do I love Egypt, this is an incredible history. I suppose you know it better than me because all of us, we studied it in school. The pharaohs, the queens and kings, and so on. And, you know, one thing is to read it in the books or study it in school, and the other is to come and to see it with your own eyes. You know, before I came to Cairo for the first time, everyone was telling me that there is nothing special in pyramids or in Sphinx, and you don't need to, we can say, to spend such a big amount of hours in transfer, losing time from your vacation, from your hotel, and to go to see the pyramids. But when I came there and saw it with my own eyes, I understood that everyone who was talking to me this story, they were not right. Because when you see it with your own eyes, when you understood that it was done more than 3,000 years ago with the hands of people, you understand that you are maybe a small person in the universe. Plus, you know that there is a very big river which is crossing the whole country. The name is Nile. And I would say that Nile is one, this is not the only one river, but it's one of not a big amount of rivers, which is coming not from north to south, but opposite, from south to north. And a lot of products are being done on the banks of the river. Plus, ancient Egyptians were building a lot of temples across the river, and currently we have the opportunity to see all of these great big temples, and thanks God that we have this possibility, honestly talking. I'm talking about such cities as Luxor, as Aswan, as Qom Omber, where you can see where you can see Luxor Temple, Karnak Temple, and others. But you know, the very important thing is to have a proper guide who will tell you the right history, and to make you, he will make you, you know, fall in love with these places. The next reason is the desert. You need to know that 96% of Egyptian territory, this is the desert. And only the last 6%, only the last 4% are the places where people live, where cities are being built. And this is really a great reason to come to Egypt, to see the desert by your own eyes. By the way, there are more than 4 deserts inside Egypt, and also Sahara, which is the biggest desert in all the universe, in all the planet. It also coming, you know, from the south of Egypt. Plus, the very big difference is when you are coming to desert in Sharm El Sheikh, in Hurghada, and in Marsalam, this is not the same. Every time when you are coming from to the desert from different region, you will see different landscapes. But in Sharm El Sheikh, which is very important, there are a lot of mountains, Sinai mountains. That's why the views are spectacular, and I do recommend you to recommend it to your guests. The other reason for sure, which should be number one coming to Egypt, this is the sea, which is called Red Sea. There is nothing red in this, but the name, we cannot do anything about that. So, why do we love Red Sea so much? First of all, for sure, because of the corals, and our guests can make snorkeling, can see very nice corals, can see a big variety of fish, to go diving, and all of that. But of course, we need not to forget. We need to remember that there is a very big difference between Sharm El-Sheikh and Hurghada, for example, because in Sharm El-Sheikh, the majority of the hotels, they don't have normal sandy entrance. The majority of hotels, they have jetties. And people who don't know how to swim, it will be a small trouble for them. So there are hotels with sandy entrance, and today also we are going to talk about some of them. Plus, Red Sea is one of the most clear seas in all the planet, because there is no river which is coming inside the sea, which is making for sure the sea so clear. And even if there is a very big depth, we see the bottom of the sea, and which is very nice. If we are going to talk about Sharm El-Sheikh, for sure we need to discuss nightlife and love, for sure, because it has a lot of nightclubs inside. And we can say that if it comes for Egypt, Sharm El-Sheikh, this is Mecca for the lovers of nightlife, Egyptian Ibiza, if you want to call it like this. There are a big variety of nightclubs with very big names, such as Little Buddha, such as Hard Rock, as well a very nice place in the middle of the desert, Dolce Vita, Taj Mahal, Space, Pasha, and so on. Also, a lot of new nightclubs are being opened year by year, which is making every trip to Sharm El-Sheikh new and interesting. And for sure, I will add some words about our beloved partner on the territory of Egypt. This is Sun International. We are working, as I told from the beginning, Join UP has Egyptian history of 9 years. 7 years apart of 9, we are working with Sun International, which became more than a partner. This is, I'm talking with my hand on my heart, even this is our family. If we need something, for example, for our guests, we don't need to repeat it twice, or we don't need to even continue the sentence. We say the first word out from the sentence, and they continue till the last word. They know very good the standards of Join UP, which are quite high, and they know how to satisfy the guests. And I believe that you will be more than happy to send your guests with us. National. Also, I will add that in September we are going to have fam trips to all 3 destinations, so you will see it with your own eyes, and I hope that you will remember my words. Okay, next. Right now we are watching to the territory, to the map of Egypt. And here we can see very good Sinai Peninsula. So Sinai Peninsula, it has 4 places where people can have a vacation. Out of them, there are 3 which are less than Sharm El-Sheikh for sure, because the plane is coming to Sharm, and then people can choose to go to others to have their vacation. So the first one is Taba, which is located on the border with Israel. So as a rule, people are choosing Taba when they would like to go to Israel for an excursion. Then the others two are Nuveiba and Dahab. Dahab, this is a place which is being chosen by people who like diving, who love windsurfing, because they have a very nice bay which is not deep, where people who don't know how to windsurf but they want to study, they love to go there and to have their first experience with windsurfing. Plus, there are very nice corals there, so people who are, let's say, who are diving not for the first time, they have special certificates, they like to spend their time there. Nuveiba, this is a small village. Still, they have some hotels, but honestly talking, I would not recommend people who love the atmosphere of city to go there, because it's very unique. There is no, we can say there is no place to have a walk in the evening. And just for your understanding, if you ask me how much time will it take to go to Taba, so for sure it depends about the road, it depends about the police, but normally it will take you something like 4.5 hours to come to Taba, 3 or 3.5 hours to come to Nuveiba, and something like 2 hours to come to Dahab, approximately. And you can see Sharm El-Sheikh. Honestly talking, it will be our topic of today's conversation. We told already a lot of things about Sharm, especially this is my personal love in Egypt. I have been to Sharm more than 50 times, approximately, generally to Egypt more than 70. I like it very much. I like to spend time with my friends there, and there are a lot of spectacular places to go out or to spend your time. But we need to know a very important thing which we need to know, that Sharm, this is not a city. It was built a lot of years ago for Italians, who started to come there. The first hotels were built in Nama Bay. I believe you have heard such a name before. And then Sharm El-Sheikh started to grow. New hotels started to appear, but it was long time ago, more than 40 years ago. Some hotels, we are not using at work, we are not using such a word old. We are using experienced. So a lot of hotels in Sharm El-Sheikh are experienced, but the owners are trying to invest, are trying to make renovations, and for sure, we as tour operator, we are in contact with all of them, giving the feedback from our guests, and thanks God that owners, are trying to improve the service, are trying to improve the quality of the hotels itself. Plus, there was a period when no new hotel has been built, but already 3 years ago, investors started to bring money and new hotels started to be opened. This is very important. Plus, when we are talking about Egypt, we don't need to compare Egypt with other destinations, because if we will try or start to do it, it will be the biggest mistake. You know better than me that all-inclusive in Turkey and all-inclusive in Egypt, this is strictly different story. I would, for example, imported alcohol in Turkey, this is a normal story, yes. In Sharm El Sheikh or in Egypt generally, imported alcohol is abnormal. It's included in a small amount of hotels. So the main reason, the main thing which we need to remember when we are coming to Egypt, we are coming for the vacation, for the sea, for spending time, but not, for example, for imported alcohol. And if you still have guests who have never been to Egypt, but they love, for example, luxury hotels, also this is very important because you need to study them very strictly, very carefully, and to give the updated information. All our staff, all our managers and people in Baltic offices already know the product well. So if you don't know any kind of information, you can come back to them and know the last updates. So before we continue with hotels, I would love to pay your attention on Sharm El Sheikh itself as a destination, and because it's quite important to know the place where the hotel is situated. There are city hotels, there are resort hotels, there are bays with sandy entrances, there are bays with very long jetties. So the 10 minutes I will take from your attention to talk with you about the bays in Sharm El Sheikh. I will tell one more time that it's quite important to understand where the hotel which you are selling is situated. So we will start from south and go back to north, if you don't mind. The first bay is called Sharm El Maya, and you can see it on the map with Old Market. Sharm El Maya, this is a very small bay and the most southern, if you can see from the map, with a totally sandy entrance. So the hotels which which are located there, people can enter normally. Plus, in the end of the bay, they have a very nice reef. So, by the way, people who are buying sea trips, as a rule, they during their trip they are brought to this reef also to have a nice time and to swim and to make snorkeling. Plus, here Old Market is situated. What's Old Market? I hope you know, but if you don't, we will talk about it one more time. This is a market, as we can know from the name, but there is nothing old in it. So this is a normal market with Egyptians who are selling you anything, starting from starting from spices, ending with leather things. Also, they have pharmacies, and of course, what we are bringing from Egypt as a rule, it doesn't matter which season it is. This is fruits. And the best well-known fruit being brought from Egypt, this is manga. 1 second from your attention as an advertisement. The end of summer, the beginning of autumn, this is the season of manga. When you are coming to the market, your eyes, are running because you don't know which one to buy. There are a lot of kinds of manga, from small ones to very big ones. So for sure, if you would ask me what you should bring from Egypt, it will be the only thing which I will recommend you 100%. Also, there is a very nice mosque located in Old Market, which looks like it's old, but it's not. It has been opened only 2 years ago. Very beautiful, and girls especially, they love to come there and to make the best photos for the Instagram. Plus, also there is an opportunity to buy photo session if you would like to, because a lot of nice professional photographers live in Sharm El-Sheikh, so our partners can make a nice photo session for you if you want, or for your guests for sure. Next bay, Ras Al Seed. I would tell that Ras Al Seed, to my point of view, this is one of the best bays in Sharm. And if I come back one slide before here, this is exactly Ras Al Seed, what you can see from the slide. So why Ras Al Seed is so nice? Because it has very nice sandy entrance. So the people who can't swim or families with very nice kids, they choose it, and in the end they're so happy about what they did. Plus, if you walk a little bit or swim, there is a very nice, the very nice coral reef, and accordingly to the last investigations, it's one of 10 most spectacular reefs in all the planet, and it's called Temple Reef. If you ask me which hotels are located here, so the names are Reef Oasis Beach, Farana Reef, and others. And for sure, the benefit of this bay is that it's in a walking distance to Old Market. So people who don't like to sit all the time in the hotel, who like to spend somehow the evening, they can walk normally to Old Market. No need to take any taxi. One second. One second. The next bay is Hadaba. Hadaba is one of the oldest bay in Sharm El-Sheikh, and a lot of very big resort hotels are being located here. Plus, what we don't need to remember that a lot of budget 4 or 3-star hotels, second, third, fourth, even fifth line, also are located here. And a very special and interesting thing which we need remember is that Hadaba is very rocky. So to go down to the beach, you need to take the stairs or elevators if the hotel has the elevator. So, for example, if the guests are with kids and the trolley, please keep in mind this information and ask them twice if they are okay with that. Which hotels are here? For example, the Grand Hotel Sharm El-Sheikh, for example, Albatros Royal Grand Sharm, for example, Monte Carlo, and others. Plus here there is a very nice street which is called Il Mercata, with a lot of shops, plus well-known fish restaurant. Fares is also located here. Also, I forgot to tell that the other one, Fares fish restaurant, is in Old Market, and the third one is in Nama Bay. So altogether there are 3. If you are coming to Sharm, if you want to taste very nice, sea creatures or fish, please go there. You will, I believe also you will believe my words. Next one. In Hadaba also what I would like to add, that in Hadaba all the entrances are from the jetty only, and very nice hint that jetties are not long. So the maximum jetty, it can be maybe 30 meters, not more. The next bay is Nama Bay. And what I told from the beginning, that Sharm El-Sheikh was created from Nama Bay and then it started to grow. So Nama Bay, this is the oldest bay, but it doesn't have corals. Why, you would ask? Because in the times when it was built, there was Egyptian government still didn't create the law which restricts to kill corals. So in that time it was allowed. That's why hoteliers decided they were not thinking that they are spoiling the nature or they are killing, this virgin beauty of Egypt. They decided to make a very nice entrance so that to receive more and more guests. So they bumped, let's say, corals. From that times, Nama Bay is totally sandy entrance. You can see corals, small spots of corals somewhere, but it has nothing to do with, for example, the corals of Ras Al Khaimah. In Nama Bay, you will see such hotels as Gazala Beach, Gazala Gardens, as well Novotel, as well Movenpick. In addition, Movenpick, for example, they have two entrances, sandy one and a coral one. Plus, Nama Bay, why is it popular? There is a very famous walking street, Nama Bay, with a lot of shops which are offering souvenirs and so on. Plus, there are nightclubs, for example, Little Buddha, for example, Hard Rock, Space, Pasha. All of them are situated here. So if you have, for example, companies of young people, who don't like to sleep at night, who sleep at the beach, who like to spend nights at nightclubs, you can recommend this bay, and they will not spend a lot of time for traveling to enjoy the night. The next bay on the map is Gardens Bay. The location is very nice because also the corals here are one of the most beautiful in all Sharm El-Sheikh, and the owners of the hotels, of course, they're excited about that. Plus, it's not far away from Nama Bay, so people can take a taxi and come there and get to Nama Bay with 5 minutes maximum. So the hotels which are located in Gardens Bay, they are Ex-Hyatt, Sheraton, Reef Oasis Blue Bay, Charm Plaza, Charm Resort, and some more. The next bay is Coral Bay, but normally people are not calling it by the name of Coral Bay because there is only one hotel which is located there, and it takes the territory of all the bay. The name of this hotel is Domina. It's not even a hotel, it's a complex which includes a lot of different hotels. But what I would like to tell that Domina, it's a very experienced hotel, and like before sending guests there, please for sure talk about that with them. The other bay, we are going with you step by step to the north, it's Sharks Bay. Please, if you are hearing these names currently for the first time, please don't be scared about the first word. There are no sharks in it. Sharks Bay is well known because the corals here, people are used to tell that this is the most spectacular coral reef in all Sharm El-Sheikh. It's a very long bay, and a lot of different hotels of different categories are being located here. Plus, what's making it unique is Soho Square. If we were talking with you about Old Market, we were talking about Nama Bay, which are the places where people can spend the evening making some shopping, walking. but this is the place where Arabic flavor is on each step, because all the people from the shops are calling you, grabbing you by hand, asking to come to see what they are selling. So in Soho Square, you will not see anything like that. So it's a street with something like 500 meters, with a lot of shops. Even there is a small shopping mall inside, with a big stage where nice concerts are being held. Plus, there is a nightclub inside, and what else? There is bowling. There is ski. People who like skating. Also, there is a place where they can make. Plus, there is a cinema, and a huge variety of restaurants is also located here. So in Sharks Bay, we will see such hotels as Savoy Sierra, plus Siva Charm, Grand Oasis, Grand Ratana, Sultan Gardens, and others. So as I told from the beginning, a big variety of the hotels. The next bay, it's called Ras Nasrani Bay, and it's not so famous, for example, or has a variety of hotels like previous ones, but still you can find nice properties. Plus, there is no walking area here, only a small one between Baron Palms and Baron Resort, with some shops for buying souvenirs or fruits. All the others hotels, they need to walk there or to take a taxi. I told already about Baron Palms and Baron Resort, plus Coral Seas and Satori, Sunrise Rimal, Albatross Palace, and others. Also, Sharks Bay and Ras Nasrani, they are two bays which are located not far from the airport. It means that the transfer upon arrival will take not a lot of time. The first hotel, it will be the first stop. It will be after 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. So for sure, this is quite comfortable. And the last bay, in Sharm El-Sheikh, where the city is coming to the end, and then you will see a road to Dahab and all the other cities. The bay is called Napk. This is the newest bay, where you will find the newest hotels. Plus, it's unique because of two things. The first one is it's located far away from, for example, Old Market. If you come from the last hotel of Napk to Old Market, it's approximately like 35-40 kilometers, so quite far away. That's why like the idea of Napk is to create a city inside the city. They have their own nightclubs, for example, Hard Rock Napk. They have their own supermarkets and shops. They have own walking area and so on. So everything is done so that people don't need or don't even think to go out from the bay. Plus, what you need to know and not forget during your work is that here the jetties are the longest. The most, the longest jetty here is 950 meters. It's in Riksa Seagate, but please don't fall down after hearing this number, because people who made such a walk till the end of the jetty, who made snorkeling there, they told that the coral reef is very nice. And if to compare with the corals in Sharks Bay or Gardens Bay or Ras Al Seed, it's not worse, it's maybe equal. So, some we can say minuses sometimes can appear to be benefits. As I told already, high categories hotels we can find here, such as two Rixas Seagate and Rixas Sharm El-Sheikh, plus Steigenberger. Also as well here, Royal Albatros Moderna, Rihana, Aurora Oriental, and others. So if you don't have any questions about the base of Sharm, we are going to talk about excursions which people can buy during their trip to Sharm, and then I'm going to tell some words about some properties on the territory of Sharm El-Sheikh. So the first excursion which I'm going to talk with you about is for sure Cairo. Already in the beginning of my speech, I told some words about the benefits of coming there. The excursion can be held by bus or by airplane. It depends on financial abilities of your guests. If the excursion is by bus, approximately it will take them 5 hours to go there, and for sure 5 hours on the way back. People are watching the pyramids, are watching Sphinx, are watching the historical museum, and having a very nice lunch there. The next trip is the trip to Sinai Mountains, and Sinai Mountains, they are spectacular, they are unique. There are several colorful canyons inside Sinai Mountains, which people can excursions there they can buy and see it with their own eyes. If, for example, you have ever seen pictures from canyons from USA, so here we can make the photos not worse than it was in USA. The next trip, which is very popular among our guests. People are buying it whenever they are coming to Egypt. And plus, we need to know that motor safari, it can be held on the sunrise or on the sunset. It depends on your wishes. So, as I told, this is motor safari. Plus, if we are on Sinai Peninsula, the views which we are going to see, it is copy-paste of Mars somehow. So I do recommend this excursion. Next two others are sea trips. Sea trips, for sure, this is number one sold excursion in Sharm. They are different. They are on different boats, different spots. And it can be full day, half day, whatever you want, whatever you wish. So the first spot where excursion can be held to is Tiran Island. Why Tiran Island? Because next to it there is a very nice coral reef, so there is an ability to have a very nice snorkeling. Plus there is a sunk ship there, which will be very interesting for the people who are diving. But what I would like to add while we are talking about sea trips is that there are new restrictions in Sharm El-Sheikh. If people don't have a special certificate for diving, it's forbidden to make diving from a ship, from a yacht. You can make it from the beach, but not from the yacht. Only people who have special certificates can make it directly in the open sea, we can say. And the next spot where sea trips can be held to is Ras Mohammed. Ras Mohammed, this is A very unique place and very beautiful for sure, which is situated in the southern part of Sharm El Sheikh. And two types of excursions are made here. First one is sea trip, as I told. So the ships are coming and stopping to have snorkeling, and the other is by bus. So the guests are coming, having full day here with lunch, and also they are brought by bus to sandy beaches to have a nice swimming from the beach directly. Old Market, we talked with you about it. Here is the mosque which I described before. It looks like it's quite old, but it's not. In real, it's only 2 years old, but what I recommend you to make is a nice photo session in front of it. Soho Square also, I told two words about it. What I would like to add is that here every year in November, Join UP together with our partner Sun International, we are making a very nice event which is called Big Switch On, when all the light here is being switched off and then turned on again. It's like a preparation for a New Year celebration, for Christmas celebration. And as a rule, we were bringing very nice Ukrainian artists, singers. I believe the names will tell you anything about that. For example, Max Barskih, plus non-Russian but very famous Jahalib and others. And as well, we are going to jump to another topic to talk about hotels. For sure, not all hotels of Sharm El-Sheikh, because our time is limited, but I will try to describe from my personal experience some of them well sold and the hotels which you need to pay your attention on. I will repeat one more time that if you have any questions during our conversation, you can write them in our chat. So let's continue. The first hotel which I would like to describe is Savoy. Why we are starting with Savoy and why all other education in future will start with Savoy? Because our partner Sun International, I told you about it before previously. This is a part of a very big family which includes Sun International, which includes Soho Square, and it includes Savoy, Royal Savoy, Sierra, and Grand Oasis. So this is a very big company, yes, with different businesses. It means that such hotels as Savoy, Sierra, Grand Oasis, they will always have the best prices for Join UP, so that we can offer it to you and your guests. And for sure, the one of the best benefits of Savoy is that it's located at Soho Square, so that people at the evening, in the morning, whenever they want, they can go out from the hotel and already they find themselves in the middle of Soho. So all the activities there, like they can walk in 1 or 3 minutes maximum. Savoy, this is a very nice family hotel with different kinds of meal plans. And the maximum meal plan here, I mean, it's not the maximum, but the meal plan which is being booked as a rule, it's called E-Class. And a very nice surprise is that people who book this meal plan, they get already 25% discount to go to any restaurant in Soho, which is already a benefit, as I told from the beginning. Plus here, there are a lot of different a la carte restaurants of different cuisines, such as Italian, such as Asian, such as Greek. Plus, there is a very interesting restaurant here, which is unique. Only 2 hotels, which I know from my own experience, have such restaurants in Sharm. First one is Savoy, the other is Coral Sea Sensatori, the restaurant with hot stones. So hot stone is brought to you and you cook your meal by yourself using this hot stone. How you will cook, this is your problem, we can say, but for sure this is interesting and unique. Here also there is a small sandy entrance. I will stop a little bit during my speech if I remember about if the hotel has a sandy entrance. I will try not to forget to tell you about this. But if, for example, guests are looking for active animation, for activities during all the day, this is not the hotel for this. It's more relaxing atmosphere. It's more quiet for families who are not attracted by very active animation. On the opposite side, there is another hotel, Sierra, which is also a part of the holding of Savoy Group. Sierra, this is the hotel on the second line. So we can say that Soho Square is dividing Savoy and Sierra. But clients don't need to be scared about the second line because there is a transfer to the beach, or if they don't want to use it, they can walk by feet. It will take maximum 7 or 8 minutes, maximum. So Sierra, on the opposite of Savoy, it's very active. They have animation during all the day on the main territory at the pool or another spots of the hotel. Plus, they have daily animation at the beach, so that guests are not being bored and can enjoy the activities from the hotel. As well, they have a bar on the beach, they have very loud music, they have everything what's needed. By the way, a lot of tennis players choose this hotel because there are, if I'm not mistaken, something like 10 tennis courts on the territory of Soho. That's why a lot of tennis players are here. Let's go further. Another hotel is Grand Oasis Resort. It's also located in Sharks Bay, but in a walking distance from Soho, approximately 5 minutes walking. Left side, you will find Four Seasons. Four Seasons, I believe this is the most luxury hotel currently in Sharm El Sheikh, which people, different actors, singers are choosing this hotel, but the only thing is it's not offering all-inclusive, but I believe people who want to stay in Four Seasons, they don't need all-inclusive at all. So Grand Oasis, this is a very beautiful 4-star hotel, first line for sure, and all the standards of Savoy Group you will find here as well. Active, smart, clean, and interesting. So, for example, if we compare all these 3 hotels of Savoy Group, number 1 is Savoy. I'm talking about the price and level, yes. Number 2 is Sierra, and number 3 is Grand Oasis. Next hotel, which I was going to talk with you about today, is Albatros Palace, which is located in Ras Nasrani Bay, not far away from Coral Sea Sensatori and other hotels, which I mentioned to you before. Albatros Palace, this is a hotel which was opened something like 2 years ago. It was a different hotel, but they made great renovation. We can say that currently it's brand new, and when we see the name Albatros in the name of the hotel, it says to us that hotel is family oriented. You will find anything what you need for the family vacation, great animation, family, kid club, swimming pools, aqua park, and everything else. Plus Albatros Group, these hotels are they are famous. One of the reasons why they are famous, because they are serving very nice coffee. They have Columbus bar in each hotel, and the very nice coffee is served there, if I'm not mistaken, even 24 hours. It depends on the hotel. If it's a small one hotel, maybe they're serving till 11 o'clock in the evening, but normally it's 24 hours. So, for example, if someone is coming from the nightclub at 4 o'clock in the morning, the nice latte, I don't know, is waiting for him here. Next hotel is Grand Ratana, and I would say that I believe it is one of the most green hotels in Sharm El-Sheikh. Plus here thousands of palms on the territory of the hotel. No one was calculating them, honestly talking, but just believe me that it's quite green. Grand Ratana is a deluxe property, and people who love very nice quality, you can send them here. Just a small hint for you is that standard rooms, which you will find in online, they didn't have any renovation, and that they are located before reception. So if the budget is okay, I would recommend you to choose deluxe rooms, which are located already closer to the beach, closer to all the territory, and they have been under a small renovation. We as Join UP, we are working with Grand Ratana for a long time. We made a lot of popular in Ukraine TV shows here. Also, what I would like to add, that here you will also find a small sandy entrance, which can be nice for small kids or for people who do not swim. Let's go further. Monte Carlo Sharm El-Sheikh. It's located in Hadaba. As I told before, Hadaba is very rocky, so people will need to walk a little bit to use the stairs to come to the beach. Monte Carlo is a very active hotel, but still they have some areas which is adults only, and quiet places to escape from everyone. Plus, there is another hotel on the territory of Monte Carlo, Royal Monte Carlo, which is totally adult only. The category of hotel is a little bit higher than normal Monte Carlo. So if you have deluxe people who enjoy better service, please, you can recommend them this property. Coral Seas and Satori, this is my personal love, and I like this hotel so much, especially this hotel. It reminds me standard Turkey hotel because of the territory, because of the way it has been built. Coral Seas and Satori, they have first thing, they have very nice Bali spa, where girls from Bali will make a fantastic massage. Plus, they have this restaurant, which I told before, with hot stones. The other reason to come here, it's the hotel is very romantic. The part of the hotel is very romantic, with jacuzzis on the terrace, so that people can enjoy sunset, having a bath inside jacuzzi on the terrace. Plus, they have adult-only territory, where no families are being located inside the rooms. They have their own aqua park and very nice activities. It's located next to Hotel Baron on the right side, and between them you will find very nice sandy entrance, so people with kids and non-swimming guests can come here normally. Also some hotels from the family of Coral Sea. This is Coral Sea Water Vault. It's located in Napk. You remember we were talking that Napk has long jetties. Here also the length of the jetty will be 100 plus meters, but the best thing which you need to know about Coral Sea Water Vault is Aqua Park. For sure, this is one of the biggest in Sharm. They have a nice variety of water slides, so people with kids, I suppose 6+, are coming here without any words. Plus Coral Sea, this is a brand of quality. When you see Coral Sea, please don't think twice. It will be the best variant for the family vacation, starting from food and ending with rooms, because it's like the service, the quality of food, the staff. This is something which they are keeping their hand always on, so that we don't need to think about it at all. And the next hotel of Coral Sea Group is Coral Sea Holiday Resort. As well, it's located in Napk. And what I would love to tell about it, that it was first hotel in Sharm El-Sheikh where I got lost. Normally, you know, I remember all the ways and I understand where I am, but the territory of this hotel is so big that I got lost very soon after entering it. It's very green, a lot of pools, plus Coral Sea, the same what I told before, talking about Coral Sea Water Vault. And as well, the jetty here, it's not very long. It's like 50 or 60 meters approximately. But the main thing that it's not coming to the end of corals. The jetty is ending in a small bay so that people can come inside and swim. And they will not find any corals. To see the corals, you need to walk and to jump on the depths. The guests of Coral Sea Holiday Resort can use the hotel which is located the second line, Coral Sea Aqua Club. This is 4-star hotel with a big aqua park, so that people who are staying in Coral Sea Holiday use aqua park from the hotel on the second line. Reef Oasis hotels. They are two in Sharm El-Sheikh. First one is Reef Oasis Beach and the second one Reef Oasis Blue Bay. Reef Oasis Beach is situated in Ras Umm El Sid. We talk a lot about this bay. I told you before that this is one of the best corals in all the planet. Temple Reef, I'm sorry. And Coral Beach is located there. All you need to know about Reef Oasis Group is that they have very big territories, they have very nice service, they have a very big chain of hotel categories, starting from standard and ending with romantic suite or something like that. Plus, they are very green, family-oriented, loud, very nice animation, disco at evenings, and so on. But I will add that the beach which you see right now on the slide is the beach of Reef Oasis Blue Bay, and here you will find 3 sandy entrances. so that people can come normally to swim. Plus, in Reef Oasis Beach, you remember this is Ras Al Sheikh. They have totally sandy entrance, so both variants are very nice for any category of guests. And one more hotel from Ras Al Sheikh. This is Farana Reef, 4-star hotel, also one of the top sellers of Join UP. This is quite experienced hotel, not brand new. They didn't make renovation for a long time, but they're trying for sure to keep it nice and to repair if anything is needed. But the main reason why people are choosing this property is the beach for sure, and the chef at the main restaurant and all the other restaurants. He's French, and you know, the cuisine here is very nice. For sure, the variety of food at the main restaurant, it will not be even similar to Turkish one, for example, but everything is very tasty. And me personally, I know a lot of people who are repeaters, who can afford better hotels, but they are coming here twice or even 3 times per year. Plus, Farsha, the coffee shop which I told you with Arabic flavor, it's situated in a walking distance from the hotel. It will take you like 1.5 minutes to get there maximum. And last thing which I would like to discuss with you, this is 6 more hotels which we would like to pay your attention at. This is hotel. They are hotels from Red Sea Group. We are working with these hotels on exclusive basis. No other is selling them in Baltic countries. Red Sea, this is more than 15 hotels in all Egypt, but here in Sharm El-Sheikh, only 6 of them. A small spoiler, they are currently building new hotels in Sharm region. So 6 hotels, they are. The first one, this is Grand Hotel Sharm El-Sheikh, which is located in Hadaba, very big and green property with nice territory, a lot of restaurants, with 11 pools, but very important to know that the pools, normally in all Egyptian hotels, pools are being heated in winter season so that people can have a vacation comfortable. But here, please don't keep in mind that hotels are not being heated, so that sea is the best choice for the people. Plus, the nightclub Taj Mahal or Fares Fish Restaurant, which I told you before, or Il Mercato, the walking street with shops, is in walking distance from the hotel. That's why a lot of people whom I know and our guests are choosing year by year this hotel. The next one is Siva Sharm. Siva is located in Shark's Bay. If we come back again to the map, Siva, this is the most northern hotel in Shark's Bay. So after it, already a new bay, Ras Nasrani, is starting. Siva is a budget hotel. Let's not expect a lot of things from that. It's quite cheap, but people are choosing Siva because of 2 reasons. First one, this is the sea, very spectacular coral reef. Plus the other one is walking distance to Soho Square, so that people every day they can come there and enjoy the life. And the third one, which I forgot, this is the price for sure. So if we if we take all these cases together, we get the perfect hotel. But I recommend it for the people who choose budget hotels and they will not expect anything wow from the property they go to. The next two are Sharm Plaza and Sharm Resort, two hotels on the same territory, which are located in Gardens Bay, which you remember is quite close to Nama Bay. They are both first line. Honestly talking, there is not such a big difference between two hotels. Just Sharm Plaza, the rooms are a little bit bigger and maybe the design is a little bit more nice. But generally, if people don't want to spend much, they can choose Sharm Resort 4-star and have the same vacation as people in Sharm Plaza. Plus, keep in mind that Coral Reef in Gardens Bay is one of the best in resort. That's why, as well, the same reason is as in Siva. Nice corals, close to Nama Bay or close to, or no, not so close, but anyway, they can travel normally by taxi to Soho Square if they want. And the last two hotels are Gazala Beach and Gazala Gardens. They are located in Nama Bay, and you remember I was telling to you from the beginning that Nama Bay is the first bay where first hotels were built in Sharm El Sheikh. So can you imagine that Gazala Beach, this is one out of 3 first hotels from which Sharm El Sheikh started to be built. But please don't be scared or don't be shocked from the age of this hotel. For sure, they are keeping it, trying to make renovation every year, but still like the age is very important. Gazala Gardens, it's second line hotel, which is a little bit younger than the previous one. It has a very nice pool with sandy entrance, by the way, so that if people don't have a desire, a wish to travel today by feet to the beach, they can have their own beach, not leaving the territory of the hotel. Plus, Nama Bay walking street is we can say 3 minutes walking maximum, even less, I suppose, and on all the nightclubs are also closed to the hotel. Generally, it's everything what I would like to talk with you about today. For sure, we can talk about more and more hotels. This is not all. You can, after we finish today, go to our online and check everything which we are offering for our guests. We will do our best to make education on a weekly or a monthly basis. Also, we have plans to come soon to you to talk about Egypt more and more. And if you have any feedbacks or recommendations, we are quite open. So contact your managers from Join UP local offices and they will pass this information to us so that we can improve. Thank you so much for being with us, with me, and I wish for you a very nice evening.